Welcome, everybody. This is the Beer Keggers' second round of the playoffs, the semifinals. Today they're at home hosting the Moonstars, and we have the normal lineup. They're going to be out in the field first as Pepe Vencino, and Herbert Hackman are going to be the first two at bat. I can't pronounce Ida's last name, so why would I be able to pronounce that dude's last name right here? It doesn't matter because he has a .077 average in the playoffs anyways, and he's facing Shields Mayhem as the umpire said, play ball! So second baseman takes the first pitch, swings, hits it straight up in the air, and Mater Hinkie grabs that first as LC Spells sneaks in the back door. And now XJ Snake also got his work done so he can hang out and watch the game. Out number one just happened as the blonde bomber, Herbert Hackman, is now coming in to basically ruin Shields Day, but he's not, as he's hitting the foul balls back to back. So that's two strikes, and that catches him staring. He's all folded in half, and he's just upset. The Blonde brothers, the first one gets struck out. The second one, Gustafson, is now coming up to the plate with two away. He's facing Shields Mayhem. He does hit that. Beer dives for it, catches it midair, WWE style. Out number three, 3 up, 3 down for the Moonstars, as the Beer Keggers are sending the number one, Bojack Woodsman, up first. My heritage is Swedish. I still can't pronounce it. I don't know it though, the language. Woodsman hits that out to center, so he gets put on first. His first pitch of the inning of the game for the Beer Keggers. He makes a connection and sends it out. Mariana's average has dropped a bit, 647 average, but she does have that whammer home run in the last game. That curveball barely hits the edge of the plate. Strike number one. She hits that one to third. The blonde bomber picks it up. Out number one as Big Slick Brandon Balls steps up to the plate. 875 average, couple of homers, bunch of RBIs. He hits the first one he gets right out to the other blonde brother out at left, puts him on first. Woodsman advances to second. The Silver Liner is now up. He's got a 1 homer and 11 RBIs of the postseason. We got one out. He's going to hit that first one. That's gone. So Kung Fu, his first at-bat of the game, has got a 3-run homer at 445 feet. He's slapping hands at everybody. He chest pumps. Mater Hinkie, Mr. Reliable, walks up next. 733 average. 1 homer himself. 5 RBIs. 1 out. 0-3 is the score. Mater hits that one right past the pitcher. Mater makes it to first base. And that is going to bring up our pitcher, Shields Mayhem.
Number 29, the pitcher.
There's cooking smells going on in the background as Mayhem hits that high fly ball, and Shields comes in with the first home run of the playoffs for her. I think that is the first or the second home run of her entire season this year. 439 feet, and the second RBI she's had in the postseason. So that's another run added as, hey guys, that's 2 more runs added actually.
Nice. That should help me get there.
That one's going deep as well. That goes out of this park. That's 3 homers in a row, or pretty damn close to it, as Dirty Kurt wallops another one, his 4th home run of the postseason. In the playoffs, Dirty Kurt is the home run leader as Nail Clipper Flipper comes up next. Malibu resubbed with a tier 1 this second for 2 months. I can't even talk. I don't know what the hell is going on here. As Nail Clipper hits it out to center, makes it to first, puts 1 runner on. 6-0 is the score for the Beer Keggers as Sidewinder Kapowie has a chance to keep the dream alive with all these homers going on, she hits it out to right, so she puts Now Clipper on second, herself on first base, and now we're top of the order again with Woodsman back for his second time this inning. It's the bottom of the first, everybody. Woodsman punches that thing. That's going to be inside. However, he goes to second, and whoever's still running is going home. Oh, Lordy. Woodsman. All right, let's see. Kapowie, get back to third. I wish I could have only done one, but, well, we got everybody safe where they needed to go. So Woodsman's on second. Kapowie goes to third. Mariana Beer steps up to the plate. She got out her first at-bat. It was a pop-out out to right. And she's going to hit that right out in the pocket. The shortstop hauls ass for it, doesn't quite get to it. And Woodsman slides in home. 0-9 is the score at the top of the first. Big Slick, 1-for-1 today, comes up now. Who got hit in as a homer when his brother smashed that one. That goes over second's head. Balls makes it to first. Pushes Mariana up to second. And here's the silver liner again, who does have that homer at his last at-bat. Quite a few homers. He's going to hit that out. That's going to stay inside. However, that's good enough to put him on second as the left fielder has problems picking up the ball. That's 2 more RBIs for Beer as his brother and his wife come in, tap the plate for 2 more runs added. Reliable's now up. Second baseman flies through the air for it. And Beer holds up on third. Didn't try for the run to home plate. Shields Mayhem, who had a home run her last at bat as well, is now up next. Beer's on third. Reliable. Oh, that's right down. Oh, that's right down the line. That can't get any better of a shot. As Mayhem, she's going to hold up at second. The other runner is advancing. It's again another RBI for Mayhem. I think that was 2 for her this time. I think she had 1 with her homer. As Dirty Kurt, if he can do back-to-backs, he lets the first one come in over the top of plate. Strike number 1. He tips that one foul. 2 strikes. That one goes down the line at first. That's also a well-placed shot as Kurt heads towards second, and Mayhem comes in, or somebody comes in and taps plate. That's another run. Now Clipper Flipper with 1 away. It's that one. It rockets out to center. Flipper comes to second. Eventually. Dirty Kurt eventually taps the plate. 15-0 at the bottom of the first.
Number 13.
Sidewinder Kapowie is now back up again. 1-for-1 so far. That goes to shortstop. Kapowie's going to get, Kapowie's going to make it to first. And now Clipper Flipper makes it back to second safe. Therefore, everybody's still on base. There's only 1 out. Bojack Woodsman, the 3rd time up this inning. That's the first one go over the edge of the plate. Strike number 1. That's going to be way too high. Ball number 1. He's going to get a piece of that one. Hits that out to center. So bases load up as Mariana is going to step up to the plate with a chance for the elusive grand slam. I think she got one in season number 1. That one was a perfect shot. I should have taken it, but I did not. That's going to push her off the plate. 1-1. That she tips that one. That's a double play coming. So 15-0 at the bottom of the first. The very first inning for the Beer Keggers set themselves ahead at the beginning of the game. The top of the second, the Moonstars are sending Clubber Buff up first. Now remember, the Moonstars have only had 3 batters up so far.
Now batting, number 29, the catcher.
All right, so Mayhem, who's only pitched to 3 players so far, sends that one in a little high. Ball number 1. All right, that goes to Beer. He's going to pick it up, throw it off to Bojack. Out number 1 happens.
Now batting, number
Windy
11,
Wheels, 300
center
average,
field.
1 RBI. Now up.
Nice. That should help me get Barry out of jail again.
Arlo just gifted a sub to Ida. So Ida's been resubbed now. His 24th. Welcome back, Ida. And thank you so much, Arlo, for that gifted sub. Oh, Beer strives for it. Doesn't quite get to it. Reliable picks it up, fires it off to second.
Now batting, number
Ida
10,
was a sub, but it
the
ran
right
out
fielder.
because, when I started it last month. Is what I'm assuming. So the first ball goes straight up in the air, and Mayhem is calling for it with 1 away. He catches it, fires it to first. The runner's already there, so 2 away. Raffy Slaps has not batted at all in the postseason. Is now up for the Moonstars. And does get a piece of that first one. Pops it up. Reliable's calling for it out at center. So that's 3 away. Still no runs scored for the Moonstars as the Beer Keggers send Big Slick, Brandon Balls up first, and KungfuBeer, the Silver Liner, be up next. I don't know how I came up with that one, but I do
Now
like that.
batting,
The
number
Silver
74,
Liner. You
the
can think of a
left fielder.
diaper. You can think of the silver lining of the batting order. You can think of lots of different things. Big Slick lets that first one curve on the outside. Ball number 1. That's coming in low. Ball number 2 for Ball. He does take a swing at that one. Hits that one foul. That one he gets a piece of on the edge of the bat. That's out at left.
Now
The Silver
batting,
Liner's up
number
next.
71, the shortstop.
With 1 away. No runners on. Beer hits that. Oh, what a lovely shot again. He sends that out right, and he's headed to second. He should make it, and he does. So he slides even though he didn't need to, but oftentimes he doesn't slide when he should. Whatever.
Now batting, number
Here's Reliable,
73,
who's
the
also 2
center
for 2
fielder.
in the game so far. He hits that one about 30 minutes too early. The train was waiting. That one too late. The train goes off the stop, out of the
Nice.
station there.
That should help me get Barry out
There
of
we
jail.
go. That's out to center as I got a sub come in. And Beer slides in home. Zebrunna gifted a Tier 1 sub to A. Whipple 1990. Welcome, A. Whipple. And thank you, Z, for that gifted sub. As that one pops up in the air, and does that stay in? It does. It's out at center. Second out.
Maybe
Shields
you're the
pops
hostess
out.
with the mostest.
You got a hostess with the mostest.
That's 22 gifted subs
Now
for
batting,
Zebrunna.
number 69,
And got Malibu with the host. Thank you so much for the host. Here's Dirty Kurt with 2 away, runner on. Almost knocks the block off the pitcher, gets the first, sends Reliable to second. Now you have the founders thing, Malibu. You got where it says first, so you're one of the first people here. That's more special than the beer symbol. Oh, that gets yanked out by one of the blonde Bomber brothers at third. So that's out number 3. 1 run added for the Beer Keggers, 16-0. The top of the third, Rodney Park. They haven't even made it through their lineup yet. In the number 8 spot, Rodney Park is the first to bat.
Now batting number 44, the shortstop.
200 average, 0 homers, 1 RBI. Rodney Park is serious as he's standing there facing Mayhem. He does swing at the first one. Golf Club swings it out to Reliable at center. Calls it out number 1.
Now batting
The
number
big,
45,
the Wonder Floss. Wonderful is out here with big smiles. Wonder Floss has no power, contact, or speed. Mayhem's going to try to throw it into his teeth, which are shiny white. And she does for strike number 1, coming in hot. He don't care. He's big smiles. It doesn't matter. Wonder Floss is out here ready to receive he's like, what are you talking about? That one was not over the plate, baby. I just saw that thing with his big old teeth moving. As Pepe Vincino is going to follow with 2 away. He hits that one straight up there. Sidewinder's calling for it. It goes off of the cage, however, so that's considered out of play. First one's foul, strike one. Second one also goes foul. This time, Mayhem comes off from the mound and catches it. Out number 3. PC Roberts comes on in here. What's going on, man, for our doubleheader today? We won the last game, moving us into the semifinals here. We're hosting the Moonstars at home.
Now batting, number 13.
And Sidewinder Kapowi's the first at bat for the Beer Keggers. At the bottom of the third, 16-0 is the score. Kapowi hits that first one. It bounces off the mound. Good enough to get Kapowi on first. Everybody give Ida a happy birthday, as I already have when the stream first started. I think I told her yesterday she's trying to get 2 birthdays out of us. She had one yesterday and one today. Woodsman hauls that one, but it does get pulled in there by the center fielder. He does a cross catch. And here's Mariana Beer with, is it 2 outs already? It's going fast. 1 out. Kapowi's on first. That first one comes in off Beer's knees, so that'll be ball number 1. She does like that one, hits it just outside the reach of second baseman. Kapowi stops and slides into second, safe. So the girls are on first and second as Big Slick, Brandon Balls, walks up to the plate with an 842 average, 11 RBIs and a homer in the postseason. Slick lets the first one go strike. The second one's off of the dirt for ball number 1, 1-1 with 1 away. He likes that one. That goes down the line. See, now that one over third on, I don't get it. He has to hit that one, pissed off. That goes foul. 1-2. Into the pitcher. He's out at first, taking the pitcher as a sacrifice with him. So now there's 2 outs. And the silver lining comes up now, facing a new pitcher as that jerk is gone. 2 outs. Some sort of weirdness going on there as the first one floats over the plate, ball. Beer hits that one, which was too high. Thankfully, it went foul. That one, shortstop can't hit it. It's in the pocket. Beer goes to second. 2 runs in as he comes in sliding. Safe at second. 18-0 is the score now. As Cuddle Mater Hinky.
The center field.
3 for 3 so far on the day. 2 outs. Lets the first one come over the plate. Strike number 1. That one he lets go. That's going to be a ball on the outside. That one bounces off the mound. I thought it was going to hit the pitcher. Too bad it did not. Beer holds up on third for some reason. Probably so that Mater did not advance. Mayhem, who has a homer and a double so far in this game with 2 outs, 2 runners on. Hits that one again out in the pocket. So that's another RBI for Mayhem, the pitcher. Runners on first and second now as Dirty Kurt, who also has a homer, followed up Mayhem's homer. Lets the first one come in low, ball number 1. That one's on the inside for ball number 2, 2-0. He's going to go ahead and get that one. The shortstop, I forgot his name, but slides through the air, picks that one out of the air, and that's out number 3. Kurt, down on his luck there, heads out to the field. 3 runs on the board for the Beer Keggers. Top of the 4th, the first round of the Blonde Bombers. Herbert Hackman, third baseman. Oh, that goes right past Mayhem, out to Reliable, fires it off to second where Beer's standing. Blonde Bomber number 1 gets a base hit. Blonde Bomber number 2. Mayhem's going to try something here. She sent him the heater, and she might pay for it as Reliable's trying to make it, and she goes out of this park. She sends the fastball, and the Blonde Bomber takes advantage, sending it out 430 feet out at center. His first homer of the postseason.
Now batting, number 29.
So 2 runs added now on the board for the Moonstars as Shields recovers from that homer and sends that one in, gets tipped foul. And Buff gets bluffed there. Swings and a miss. 2 strikes. That goes to Beer on first, or on second. Fires at the first. That's out number 1.
Now
No
batting,
runners on.
number
Winnie
11,
Wheels,
the
who
center
is
fielder.
fast, comes up to the plate. He does get a piece of that. That sends it straight up. It looks like Big Slick's calling for it out at left. Does pull it in. Out number 2.
Now batting, number 10, the right fielder.
Lackey Lester. Oh, this guy looks like what's his name? Ermery, the Marine guy from Full Metal Jacket. So Ermery's up, kind of a younger version of him. He swings and misses on that one. It doesn't look so much like that with his helmet on, but if you look down there and you see with his helmet off, the playing card. There's Gunny right there. That's right. So Gunny's hitting all these foul, and now he has 2 strikes with 2 away. Mayhem's going to try a fastball in there and catches Gunny swinging. Number 10, without any luster, heads back to the dugouts. 2 runs on the board with that homer for the Moonstars, top of the 4th. Beer Keggers sent a nail clipper flipper up first, who's 2 for 3 today.
Now
Arlie
batting, number
Ermery, I
9,
believe his name is.
third
So here's nail clipper flipper. He's feeling like he's on fire. He's getting ready to hit nothing there. He does get a piece of that one. Hits a little high. It goes out to center. Doesn't have the distance. Get caught as out number 1.
number 13, the catcher.
And here's Sidewinder Kapowie with 1 away, bottom of the 4th. He lets the first one go ball, a little low on the outside. She likes that one. Almost takes out the pitcher. So she gets the first.
Now
Woodsman
batting,
comes up
number
slowly
1,
looking down the
first
pitcher.
baseman.
He'd love nothing more than to hit this guy in the nose. And he'll send it right out in the pocket, puts him on first, nice and easy. Kapowie goes to second, 1 away, and that brings up Mariana
Now
Beer.
batting, number 21, the
DC
second
Roberts is
baseman.
rooting for Kapowie on second. Beer's trying to do something, 1 away, lets the first one float over the plate for strike number 1. He does like that one. That's a heater. That's going to be close, and that's inbounds, just inside the wall. So Beer just inches shy of a home run, sends 2 RBIs in, and she's on third. So that's a triple-double RBI for her as Brandon Balls up with Beer on third in scoring position, 1 away. Balls likes that one. That's also going out in the pocket. Hits about 400 yards there, 400 feet, I should say. It hits the 402 on the marker. And so Beers comes in, Balls hits second, and Beer, the other Beer, the brother and the husband, is up on the plate. Silver lining. He does get a piece of that on the edge of the bat. That does get caught by second as it just floated in that direction. So Balls makes it back to second, head first, safe, 2 outs. Cuddle Munter Hinkie is going to be up now for, I wasn't, look backwards, and got 2 strikes, or 1 strike, 2 outs. Those are going to be balls there. Otter gets a piece of that one, sends it out in the pocket there. The right fielder can't get to it. Cuddle Munter Hinkie passes third, passes second, headed third, slides in safe with an RBI. 2-23 is the score. Shields Mayhem, 3 for 4, is up next. Shields punches that one. So that's in first base for her, a single with an RBI. Another run on the board. The lead of the Beer Keggers is starting to become staggering as Dirty Kurt, hang eyes, 2 away. He's up next. Lets the first one go way on the outside. Ball number 1. He likes that one right to second baseman. Out number 3. 5 runs added at the 4th. 2 against the Moonstars, so 3 additional runs, I guess you would say, difference. The top of the 5th, Raffy Slaps, who's 0 for 1 today. Well, he'll be up first. Rodney Park will be up second.
Now batting, number 47, the first baseman.
Blame Marlowe. This is why we can't have nice things. Isn't that a fact? All right. Mayhem sends that first one in. Strike number 1 right down the center. Raffy slaps, does nothing with it except looks at it. The second one he hits in the stands, foul. Just shy of the stands, actually. So he swings and misses. Doesn't come close. He's ashamed. He heads back to the dugout. Out number 1, Rodney Park is now coming in here. Now, Park hit that first one last time. I believe it was a homer. It was some sort of crazy shot. A 15-run first inning, yes. And you should have saw the last game as well, which you can catch it on YouTube, obviously, in a few days. It was an amazing game as well. We're in the semifinals here, Deviant, as the Beer Keggers are continuing in the playoffs much better than they did last season. Here we got, well, he's smiling out there with his yellow freaky mustache. It looks really good and gets right past Mayhem on the mound. Reliable picks up, fires it off to second.
Now batting,
Good to see you, Deviant, by the way. Thanks for stopping by. Hope your day was well. Here's Shields Mayhem sending the first one in strike for Pepe Vincino. Chris Cornell, I believe. No, that was from the last team, right? Chris Cornell's on the last one, not this one. He puts all of his weight into it and doesn't come up with much. So Mayhem, let's see. Should we, well, let's do a slider. Let's see what happens here. Gets it there. So this is going to be a double play attempt. Beer fires it to Beer on second, and I thought it was only 1 out. However, that was the 3rd out, so that retires the Moonstars, top of the 5th, 0 on the board. So now Clipper Flipper, 50-50 today, will be up first for the Beer Keggers. And now Clipper Flipper
99, the third
he does have a double and a single so far, but then he also has 2 other weird things. That's out number 1 for the Beer Keggers. Flipper goes back. I'm not even sure what happened there. That happened faster than he could run. 3 for 4. Kapowie's up with 1 away. Almost takes out another pitcher. Who was the one that took out the pitcher last time, by the way? Was that Kapowie? Or was that somebody else? Knocked the pitcher's block off in this game. Bojack Woodsman got 1 out. Sidewinder's on first. Woodsman hits that out to right, puts him on first. Kapowie eventually makes it to second.
Now batting,
Mariana Beer's up 3 for 5 today. A triple, 2 singles, 4 RBIs. Saw the homer last game. And she's going to try again. That's going to go out again past the center fielder. So Beer makes it to second. 2 more runners come in sliding. Bojack Woodsman does. So that's 2 more RBIs for Mariana Beer. Brandon Balls is going to follow with her on second. 1 away. The first pitch comes in windy high. Ball number 1. Does like that one. He swings a little high. Beer, nope. That's out of here. Brandon Balls with another home run. Brings in Mariana Beer 427 feet. His 2nd home run of the postseason. First one of the game. He now has 14 RBIs as a silver liner who has a home run in the game as well. His first at-bat follows his brother with 1 away. He taps that one off the ground, goes foul down the line. That goes out to center. It's going to get caught, I believe. Nope. The center fielder can't quite reach it, so Beer goes to second, now to third, and he should make it, sliding in third as the third baseman, the blonde bomber, number 1, drops it. Potter Hinkey's up now. He's 5 for 5 today. 1 away. Beer's in third. What's going on? Okay, so Beer, oh no, what's going on here? I couldn't just control 1. I stopped Beer from running, and then Motter decided to go ahead and go, because, I mean, I said everybody go, but he wasn't fast enough. He's tagged out at second. And there's Mayhem, who's going to get tapped out there at center. So 2-29 is the score at the bottom of the 5th. Kind of like what we were doing last game. We were headed for 40. We didn't quite get there. Herbert Hackman 1 for 2 is one of the blonde bombers there. Has a strikeout his last at bat. He'll be up first.
Number 22, the third baseman.
A little tense, but he's on fire. Mayhem sends the first one in strike number 1 for the blonde bomber. That comes in just a little bit too low. That'll be ball number 1. He does get a piece of that one. That's going to be strike number 2. He does get a piece of that one. Reliable's running out to it and looks like he's going to pull it in for out number 1 at center. Mayhem's now looking at the other blonde bomber brother, Gustafson, left fielder, who has hit this thing out of the park, I believe, today. That goes right out in the middle. Motters is going to pick it up, throw it off the second. Base hit for Gustafson. Gustav. Whatever the hell his name is. He's got blonde hair, and he can hit the shit out of the ball. So now Buff is up, the catcher. Not really a lot of power or anything. Let's see what happens. Send a fastball in. Causes him to swing and a miss as it was too fast for his eyeballs. Here's the second one. The same. He's not able to keep up so far with Mayhem and catches him swinging, mouth wide open, false teeth falling out all over the place, drool everywhere. Windy Wheels now comes up with 2 away, runner on first. Swinging and a missing on the first one. Strike number 1. He gets a piece of that. Beer dives for it, doesn't come close. Reliable runs for it. I guess we're sending it to second. And the runner knew that. The sneaky computer knew where I was sending it. Blackie Lester. It's Gunny right here. He's back for more right now. Hits that first one as a foul ball. They're still in second. Sidewinder tries to get there in time. They're safe, of course, as usual. And now you got 2 runners on 2 outs. Gunny takes and gets swung out. Strike number 3. No runs scored for the Moonstar despite having 2 runners on. Beer Keggers hold them and now send up Dirty Kurt, who's 3 for 5 today with that homer, up first. Low scoring game. No, the last game was a fluke. So here's Dirty Kurt. First time this inning. He gets a piece of that into the shortstop's mitt. Out number 1. And Flipper is probably going to do exactly the same thing as he follows Kurt around pretty much everywhere he goes. He tips that one, goes to the pitcher. Pitcher's got all day long to throw it to first. Nail Clipper doesn't even get halfway there before he's out. And Kapowie is the last batter, potentially, of the inning. It's just past the pitcher, so she gets on first. That brings up to the top of the order again. Jack Woodsman.
Number 1, the first baseman.
Everyone can't be a homer. Here's Woodsman, 2 outs. Smashes that one out to right, so that puts him on first. Kapowie makes it to second. Mariana Beer now has a chance to do something. He has a bunch of RBIs, so that is something. He lets the first one kind of do some sort of floater there. Ball number 1. That goes out as well, so to the right fielder. So everybody's on base now. Bases are loaded with 2 away.
74, the left fielder.
With the home run already under his belt in the game, Big Slick lets that first one go right over the plate. Strike number 1. That ain't going nowhere. It's out number 3 at first. Bases loaded, 2 away, makes it 3 away. Beer Keggers, no runs. The top of the 7th, the Moonstars. Then Rafi Slaps up for more, who had to strike out his last at bat. Grand Salami, no kidding.
Number 47.
That's like an iPad talk there. Grand Salami. All right. So Mayhem is at the top of the 7th. She stays in for now. First one goes to Rafi Slaps off the plate. Ball number 1. Swinging and a missing for strike number 1. He gets a piece of that, sends that one straight in the air. Matter's trying for it and does pull it out. Backwards mitt catch there at center. Out number 1, Rodney Park. 0 for 2 today so far. He's coming up and seeing what Mayhem has. He sends the first one skyrocketing out foul ball. That one gets just past Mayhem on the mound, so goes out to Matter, who picks it up, throws it to second, holds the runner at first. One away. Wedhams is potentially hitting next, and I knew he wasn't because he was all garbage, and they don't want to send garbage up right now. They're trying to catch up. 27-point lead for the Beer Keggers as the first pitch for Dale Nail goes strike as he swings and misses. That comes in on the inside fast. Ball number 1. That's off the dirt there. Mayhem throws it. Ball number 2. That's in the zone, right on the outside corner of the plate. That's going to be strike number 3. That one, oh, Mayhem can't get to it. Beer throws it to second, and we're trying for the double play, and it's successful. 3 outs as they swap players back. The top of the 7th, no score for the Moonstars. We stretch out here real quick. The Beer Keggers sending the Silver Liner up first.
Now batting.
Pens himself steps up to the mound. He's 5 for 6 today. Homer in there. First one off the plate. He doesn't feel like golfing at this time. He lets it go. That one he does feel like golfing. He'll hit that out to center. Puts him on first base. And Reliable is going to follow up now.
Now batting number 73. The center.
He's got a pretty a good record so far in the game. 6 for 6. Down to third. That's going to be a double play as Reliable tries to make it to first and does not. It is a double play. 2 outs. Shields Mayhem, the pitcher, 4 for 6 today with a home run herself. Now up facing 2 outs. That one's right over the middle of the plate, coming in fast. Strike number 1. That's into next week, off to the right, I guess you would say. Bouncer out to second. That's out number 3, unless they drop it, and it doesn't get dropped. Out number 3. Beer Keggers quickly go 3 up, 3 down, the bottom of the 7th. 2-29 is the score. Top of the 8th, Pepe, the last name I can't pronounce so well, is up first.
Second baseman.
The plate wrong today. I don't know what you mean there. I'm trying to figure out, I'm trying to decipher the coded message that Deviant sent. That first one, Mayhem sends out to the batter, goes to right field. That gets caught. Out number 1, the Blonde Bomber number 1. Herbert Hackman comes up first. Mayhem is sending in the heater, Ricky.
Nope.
But that's a little too high. That's going to be ball number 1. He does reach in and pull that out, but it goes foul. Fools him there. Strike number 2 as he swings and misses. He does get a piece of that. That is going foul, and Dirty Kurt pulls it out. Out number 2.
Number 23.
Gustav is now back with another chance to knock it out of the park. Well, Mayhem is a little careful, sends a fork ball in. That goes to Dirty Kurt again at right. Simple out number 3. So now we're back at the top of the 8th, the bottom of the 8th, right? Yeah, the bottom of the 8th, 2-29. Kurt's up first. He obliterates that one, but not enough. It's enough to get past the center fielder, enough for a double for Dirty Kurt, who could have made it to third, but due to the rescue wheels of Kurt, he holds up at second. The rear rescue wheels of Nail Clipper Flipper now follow, but no outs. That's kind of, we got to go back. No! All right. Well, now we're going back everywhere. What are we doing here? Okay. We should have just went back to begin with. Well, everybody's safe at home, but not at home. Everybody's safe out and about. Nobody made it home there. Here's Kapowie Ooh, that's a beautiful pitch. She takes it foul. Strike number 1 for her. That's going to be a little high on the outside. Ball number 1. That goes out to right. So Kapowie goes to first. And now Clipper Flipper's on second. Here's Woodsman.
The first baseman.
Nice. That should help me get Barry out of jail again.
First pitch goes in the dirt for him as Barry Bogan, who was pitching in one of these games that looked just like you, buddy. He just resubbed for a Tier 3 subscription. Holy shit. All right, all runners hold up on base. What's going on, buddy?
Number 21.
It's 2 months now as a Tier 3 subscription from Barry Bogan. Oh no, it gets caught at second. Everybody gets back. That's out number 1. Big Slick, Brandon Balls. We got 2 more innings here, Barry, and then we'll be ready to go. We got 1 out, actually. Yeah, 2 more outs. That's what I said. So Big Slick hits that one. Everybody advances 1. Skywiner barely makes it in 20 minutes later.
Number 71.
And here's a silver lining. If he can get this, he wants to hit it for Barry. Oh, no. No, that's not what he was trying to do. Shit, Barry, you didn't get the grand slam that you deserve, my friend. Sorry about that. Motter has a chance now to pull it off. He'll come in here and be like, oh, this is how you do it, man. But he doesn't do it either. He sends it out. Everybody also advances 1 run. From now 2-32 at the bottom of the 8th as Shields Mayhem
Number 29, the pitcher.
comes up, bases loaded, 2 away, a healthy lead. 30-point lead. Mayhem hits that one. That's going to get caught at center as it's a floater right there. Out number 3. No grand salami for the Beer Keggers, even though they had plenty of opportunity. The last chance for the Moonstars to put this game away is coming up, starting with Clubber Buff, but they got a 30-point deficit to catch up, and I'm not going to say it can't happen, but whatever. So 0 for 3, never pitched or never has hit in the playoffs yet. Mayhem sends it to Clubber, who swings and misses. Strike number 1 on that one. That's going to be a little low for ball number 1. Mayhem winds up, sends that one in. He hits. It goes foul. Strike number 2. Catches him staring at that one, mouth wide open, understanding of what happened. He is not. Out number 1. Windy Wheels now comes in as the second batter. The first swing goes swing and a miss. Strike number 1. That's going to be a little too high for ball number 1. 1-1. Okay, that goes to Beer on short. He picks it up, fires it off to first. Out number 2, and there's now 1 out remaining in semifinal playoff game number 1 as Lackey Lester, who has nailed the shit out of this thing already. Nail Clipper Flipper flies through the air and catches it. Out number 3. The Beer Keggers are victorious, demolishing the Moonstars in the first game of the semifinals. 2-32. The stats for the game are amazing. KungfuBeer, his brother Balls, Mayhem, and Kurt all have homers. 1 pitcher for the entire game. Shields Mayhem, fabulous job. The top 3. The silver liner, KungfuBeer. Mariana Beer, his wife, comes in number 2, and Mr. Reliable at the top 3 spots. So now we're going to go to the season hub real quick to see how the rest of the teams do here in the semifinals, which would only be the Beowulfs and the Wild Pigs. The first one goes to the Beowulfs. So now at 1-0 each, the Beer Keggers are going to be facing the Moonstars next. At the Moonstars, Chris Dirt Baggis, Jamal, will be the pitcher. So stay tuned next time, everyone. On Saturday, we're not going to get to the Super Mega Baseball 3 for another week or so. It's quite a bit of customization that needs to happen so we can get all the teams lined up, all your names in there. We have a few other communities that I've reached out to see if, hey, can we get some of your top-ended people in the game, their names, and we want to name teams after you. So we'll see what happens here in the future. But Saturday, we'll be back for 2 more, probably a doubleheader playoff game as well. So come on back, and we'll see you again. If you're on YouTube, thanks for watching, everybody, and we'll see you in the next one.